Let's make a sign.
Before we make the sign, of course, we need a design of that sign. So I turned to Etsy and I found this one. I really liked it, but I didn't like the price. So I went over to our Canva that we use all the time for making our designs, and I used the assets available there, which pretty much was very similar to that of the one that they had on Etsy. So I used that. And of course, you can see like they had the sausages and the grills and the lettering, of course, and the beer mugs. So I just used all the assets available from Canva, and then I moved all of those over to Lightburn and made the design in Lightburn. Now I didn't show you because Lightburn took me about a good half hour or so to edit it and make the design similar to that of the image. Now I'm not planning on selling this or anything like that. This is just for my own learning experience, and hopefully maybe it'll help you too. I will leave a link down below for that Etsy shop so that if you're interested in design, you can go there and get it. But yeah, so I made that design, and now it's just ready to get things ready to go into the laser. Find a piece of wood here. It's a 1/8 inch for the for all the lettering and cutouts. Turn on the air, of course, and we start cutting. Now let's see if it cut right through, and yes, we're good to go. Everything's cut nicely. Now, as I mentioned, I made some design errors, and that's where like the T and the I wasn't connected properly to that outside ring, which is what I wanted. I did fix it up afterwards so that I don't forget if I do this, if I want to do this one again. And now we're cutting out the banner. Just love watching this laser cut. There we go, nice looking banner to go over top. And oh, this one didn't quite get fully cut off. It was the same thickness wood, but there was one little spot. Not too bad. Clean it up, take all the pieces I think I need, but then I forgot I needed all the pieces that go inside the letters as well, which I had thrown out, and it didn't feel like digging through the garbage can or through the wood remnant can. And here I'm just going to, of course, prime. Now I didn't use my Kills primer that I usually use. This is a special that was at Canadian Tire, and I thought I'd give it a try. Seeing that this is a prototype, sometimes it's always good to try these things out when you're just trying out some new designs. And some parts are black, of course, and this is also to see what colors look better as well. And I'm just there. I use a tape for the two letters that were loose, the I and the T. Flame making red, of course. And I sand every piece. After you prime it, you just do a very light sanding just to get it as smooth as possible. And I didn't have all the colors that I really wanted. I didn't want to order new colors either, so I'm just trying to use what we have or combinations of some different spray paints to try and get the color that I'm looking for. That's the grill, nice shiny grill. And then the mugs, trying to make it look like glass using gray and whites. And then the beer color, tried some yellows and oranges to try and get that same tone of what beer usually looks like, or at least a light beer. The sausage was a little bit too brown, so I added some orange to it. Just played around with the colors a little bit. Same with the flame, was a bit too red, so I added some orange to it as well, at least for the tips, and then I sort of try to have a gradient to it from red to orange. And here I'm just cutting out the backing now that we're going to glue everything to, which is a 1/4 inch birch plywood. and I thought it cut right through, but there's one little spot again. There's always seems to be a little knot inside the layers that sometimes cause it from not cutting. Here's the glues, and yes, that is a French mustard bottle that I have my wood glue in. Love those bottles. I always keep them for that reason. Here I'm just doing the dry fit to make sure I have all the pieces and that everything still fits before I start pouring the glue out. Notice that I did miss some pieces. So yeah, again, I probably just threw them out thinking that they were just unnecessary for whatever reason. Cut those out, and now we're starting to do the glue up. Now I usually use some CA glue, instant CA glue, to ensure that the pieces that I'm putting down stays down until the other glue cures. Unfortunately, I didn't have any, so I'm just using regular wood glue and the other glues. And unfortunately, some of the parts or some areas did pop up as I was going through the gluing process, which is unfortunate, but it's still fixable. I just have to get myself a good instant glue, like a very liquid type that I know I've had in the past, and that I'd be able to get into the cracks and then push down. But all in all, it came out pretty good. I don't think you can really see it in the video that some areas were popping up, but yeah, it's coming along nicely. The lower base, now the banner, the whole glue up took about less than a half hour. The cutting took about 45 minutes, but I could speed that up. I just put it on a very slow speed just to make sure everything is cut, but it could have been much faster. So all in all, I probably could have done all the cutting and gluing in about an hour. Spray painting, you know, that would be in between, 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, just to get the colors. First the priming and then the colors. So, you know, an hour and a half, you're done. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, you know what to do. Hit the thumbs up button, and why not subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss a follow-up video down the line. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you here again next time at Dusty Workbench.